Let me talk about heartbreak. Heartbreak is one of the horriblest things you would ever want to go through. Heartbreak is one of those worst feelings that we never want to feel. We feel like our heart just gets ripped, crushed, stamped on, torn apart, stabbed, shattered into 1,000 pieces. Have you ever felt like you've had a broken heart, heartache, heart pain? It truly is something that we shouldn't have to go through. Honestly, we should not have to feel that pain because I honestly think the saying love kills slowly is accurate. It absolutely can kill you. But what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. The hardest thing that we have to go through with heartbreak is the emotional pain, the numbness, the apathy that we develop, that we just don't care. We feel like our heart has turned black and cold and it just shuts off from the world. So do our emotions, they just turn off. We just feel so numb because we go through the stages of the emotions when it comes to heartbreak. A lot of the time when we go through heartbreak, we just want to give up. We don't want to put ourselves out there to find love again because every time we do, we just get rejected or hurt again. And then we go through the same process: heartbreak, love. And we just think, what is the point? What is the point getting hurt so much that we're never going to find that person? Do you feel like that? Do you ever feel like you've had that in your life where you give so much to someone and then they walk away, they break your heart, they cheat on you, and you're left in that same position of heartbreak? The pain is so painful to feel, to build yourself back up to that level that you once were. Heartbreak is one of the worst feelings we could ever feel in our entire life. But we have to learn from heartbreak. We have to learn from that repetitive cycle of pain, rejection, trauma, heartache. We have to go through those emotions to build ourselves to be resilient. I say this in a lot of my videos that we have to build ourselves up to become resilient, which we do. And as painful as it sounds, heartache we have to go through 1,000 times. And I don't want to go through heartache 1,000 times, and I don't think you do either, but we have to. Why? I heard a saying lately that really opened my eyes, and I was like, nah, that's not true, that's not true. But when I think about it more, it kind of opened my eyes a little bit. I'm thinking, okay, maybe that is true. We have to have our hearts broken, shattered, crumbled into 1,000 pieces so that our heart can open. How can we have our hearts broken, crushed, crumbled into 1,000 pieces for it to actually open? What are you talking about, Laura? Because we build ourselves so resilient from all the pain that we go through, we try to close our heart off from the world. But do you know what? We can't. As much as we run from love, as much as we run away and hide ourselves to not open up to anybody, eventually we do. We go through so much pain and trauma that we no longer want to love. We close ourselves off from the world, we close our hearts off because we don't want it to get hurt anymore. But what we don't realize is because we've built ourselves to be so resilient, our heart cannot be closed forever. We have to open our heart because the more resilient we become, the more our heart will be ready. Ready to love, ready to open up to that person that deserves our heart. When we get knocked down and get back up again, sooner or later that person that we desire will come into our life. And with all the pain, all the lessons that we have endured in our life, our heart has to open back up because it has gone through all those fights. It has been stabbed, crumbled, shattered. But you know what? The heart will stand back up and fight to find the love it truly desires and wants. When our heart is broken into 1,000 pieces, it opens up. It opens ourselves up to realizing the lessons from the previous people so that we can learn a valuable lesson into looking into what we need to work on ourselves and what we want to look into and what we want to find in the person that we desire, in the person that we really want. Our heart will open up to realization of lessons learnt and to keep moving forward, to remain open. Even though our hearts will get crushed, stamped on 1,000 times, our heart always has to remain open for that true love to find us. Otherwise, if we just hold it closed, how are we ever going to find the love? How are we going to find that person who is destined for us to walk into our heart? By that point, we have built resilience. We have got so many stab wounds, cuts, bruises, but we are not giving up. The heart will grow fonder for love.